Okay, what's up everybody, and today we are back again with another video. Today we're going to be looking at where you can find yourself some TruAxis deer. The release has been a little bit wonky right now, but hopefully we're going to get a hotfix somewhat near in the future to get this all sorted out. But for now, let's talk about where we can find them. But before we get started, one quick note from me. If you guys could go ahead and look down in the description and join my Discord server, I would love to have you there. And if you're not there already, definitely click that link. It is pretty fun there. We are getting more active and you guys just get to know things a little bit more in advance and get to see some things that don't make it into the videos. But now that we have that out of the way, let's start. I'm going to show you guys the main spots and then we're going to go look at some of the locations on the map here. I'm not going to go to every single one just because that will take forever, but I'm just going to go through the main ones. Now, starting off, Accessteer will be drinking from 4 to around 8 o'clock. Their zones sometimes may start at 4:30 and go to 8, or start at 4 and go to 8:30 as well, and anything in between obviously as well. Make sure if you go after 6 o'clock in the morning, pumas will be around more often to spook them. So if you don't see some of them at the zones, make sure you just reset the time afterwards and go before pumas are around, because they will scare them off pretty easily. Red deer also drink at 5, so that's why I always start at 5 in the morning and then just hunt both of them at the same time, because they do share a lot of lakes in common. Another thing that you can see up on the right hand corner there, they are a class 3 animal. So make sure you use the proper gun. If you don't have any of the DLC weapon packs, I would recommend you using the 243. However, if you have the weapon pack DLC and want to spend some money on the game, I would highly recommend the Mosin, as it is very accurate and just works amazing against these Accessteer. Now, secondly, their max weight is 75 kilograms, which means that their max level is also going to be level 5, which is a 5 medium, which can make diamond. Currently, like I said, they're a little bit bugged, so level 4s are pretty common as well as diamonds, but that should be fixed. So if you're watching this at the end of 2020 or even in 2021, you should be looking at trying to get yourself a level 5. And max weight estimate is obviously 62 to 75 kilograms. In pounds, not quite sure what that is, but just multiply whatever I just said by 2.2 and you should get that number. Now we're going to start with some of the lakes. So very common lake is this one over here. It's more commonly known as the Puma Lake, but they generally drink along this ridge over here and along this ridge over here. I haven't really seen them in this corner because I mainly have red deer, so maybe they were just hiding behind the red deer, but this is more of a red deer spot. Secondly, these two lakes over here. However, this lake, it's mainly this edge over here and this down here. I don't think I've seen any Accessteer, but your map might vary. This lake over here, I think they're basically around the entire lake. I've seen on multiplayer several times them drinking here, drinking back here. I also had a zone once back here until I deleted it, and I'm pretty sure that also they'll be drinking over there. This lake over here, fantastic for Accessteer. They mainly are going to be drinking in these two corners up here, but you might be lucky and find some over here. There is also generally a zone down in this corner, but it's not as common as this main lake. This lake over here, very rich in Accessteer as well, all along this side and down in this corner and right behind this little curve down there. They're generally not up in this area up here, but they can spawn there, so if you don't see any down here, definitely go check this area out too. Hotspot for me personally, this spot right over here. You can see by the hunting pressure, I have like 30 to 40 Accessteer there. They are just in masses there, so definitely do go check that out. Plus there's an outpost right there, so you don't need to waste a tent. Then they'll generally also spawn down in this area and in this area back here. Haven't had any on this small mini lake. This is more a spot for pumas and red deers. But moving on to this kind of U/C-shaped lake, they will generally be located down in these end corners, but will also go to this longer edge over here. I haven't seen them here, but your experience may vary. They are sometimes around this lake, but very hard to spot, so I would just run around it once, look if you can see any tracks, and then try and find a position the next time you reset the time where you could spot them. But generally I would say that they're more commonly in this lower end here. I don't think they go to this lake. I haven't seen any myself, but I don't usually check this lake anymore because it's generally a pretty dead lake for me. This lake up here, you can find them in this back corner here, or in this end piece right over here. I generally don't have any in this area there, but once again, you might be able to find some there. Now, going to one of my favorite lakes for these guys is this one over here. They will always usually drink back here. I don't think I've ever been on a server where there's not a zone back here, but it might sometimes be shifted to over here. So just check this edge down here and you are almost guaranteed to find one. There's also usually a zone somewhere on this back end here, but back here usually not as much Accessteer there. Usually there's just more red deer over here, but definitely do go check it out as well, because you might have a diamond sitting there and I might just not have any animals there, because every map is a little bit different. Now, next spot, very good in Accessteer as well. This is probably my second favorite spot after this one up here. It is this ridge right over here. Make sure you kind of go down from this outpost over here to a roundabout there, and then you should be able to see everything here. Just make sure to crouch walk, because you will spook them if you sprint to here and they will hear you and just run away. If you do that, however, and you are fast enough, you can just run around and they will always flee in this open area back here, so you will always see them again. There's also a zone usually around here and over here, but it's also very rich in mountain lions here, or pumas I should say, so definitely check this spot before 6 o'clock, just like this one as well, because pumas will spook them away, like I said. Now, that is almost all of them. There is one more little lake up here, and that is this one over here. It's not as good, but I have seen them on this southern edge over there, so make sure you go check that out as well. And a bonus lake is this one over here. It's either hit or miss. You either have a zone somewhere on this lake or you don't, but I only have one single Accessteer and it's a female, so it's not really worth going. And as you can see, I just got a call there from an Accessteer, so I might have some new zones here after TruAxis got released and the populations got reset. And yeah, you guys can see them back there already. Let's look if I can quickly shoot one to show you guys where I would aim for them, but I think it should be pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, there we go. We've got a max weight estimate level 4 and some other really nice big ones here. Like I said, they're pretty common right now as diamonds, but if we will find one that's going to give us a broadside shot, I will definitely take that shot. But yeah, there are just a ton here, and let's look which one's bigger. I would think that one over there is bigger, so why don't we get out the Mosin 0 for 150 and then just aim kind of for right on that shoulder blade and you should hit something. And yeah, we got that one pretty good. Don't think there's anything else crazy in here, so let me go pick that one up, show you a little bit more in detail on where I would aim, and then we're probably gonna end this video. And here is that Accessteer. Let's just pick it up. Should just be a gold. Yeah, they do, by the way, need a 217.2 score to be diamond, 155.3 to be gold, and 72.8 to be silver. But what I was saying, if they're giving you a perfect broadside angle, I would just aim anywhere in this area behind the leg. If they're quartering at you like this, I would just aim right for that shoulder blade. The Mosin will have no problem shooting through that, unless you're at like 350 meters. Then I would try and maybe shoot down here to try and luck by getting a double lung or maybe even into the heart, but it's a little bit more of a hard shot. Going for a frontal angle, I would either go for a neck shot or just try shooting somewhere in the middle here to try and catch either a right lung, left lung, or maybe even a double lung slash heart shot. If they're quartering away like this at you, you might have a chance because the lungs do kind of bow out here. So if you kind of aim right here and have enough penetration, you should be able to get a lung, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would wait and see if you can maybe get a broadside angle, or just wait for them to come back or call them in, because that will work with these Accessteer. You do get a free Accessteer caller if you purchase the Parque Fernando DLC. Just wanted to say that. But that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope this was helpful. If it was, make sure to comment down below, or also comment if you have any other spots that I maybe skipped over in this guide, because these are just my spots that I go to. I know maps are different, so you might have a different zone somewhere else, but like I said, I hope this was educational. I hope this helped you. It was a little bit of a faster and shorter video, but it should do the trick. And remember, please hit that like button if you enjoyed it. It really does help the channel out a lot. Also, if you're new around here or you just haven't subscribed yet, definitely hit that subscribe button and that bell icon so you're always notified when I upload new content like this or whenever I live stream, like I said at the beginning as well. Also, make sure to join the Discord down below so you get to see a little bit of a sneak peek into what I do off camera, and we can just have a nice fun chat there. You can ask me questions on there, we can talk. It is a pretty good and nice community right now. It is still very small, but still very nice. And of course, most importantly and last, have a good day. Bye bye and peace.